Welcome to my YouTube channel where we demonstrate and discuss everything related to theatrical and entertainment production crafts. Please subscribe to get the latest updates, posts, and demonstrations. While I will primarily be focusing on safety and reviewing safety operating procedures and comprehensive training of tools and machinery, I'll also demonstrate and discuss practical applications like flat and platform construction, scene painting techniques, and more. If you'd like to see something specific demonstrated or discussed, please let me know in the comments. Once again, please subscribe and power up the alert bell to get the most up-to-date notifications about new content. Principles for audio cables are the same as all the other cables, the hoses, the ropes, and other things, except in this case the coil is going to be smaller because we want it to fit into the mic cable drawer, and this fits nicely into the drawer like that. This is about 6 inches, a little more than 6 inches in diameter, 6 to 8 inches. If you need a measurement of 6 inches to know what that is, it's about the size of a dollar bill. A dollar bill is exactly 6 inches long in the United States. So that's a quick and dirty measurement, but, or I do the hand, finger, pinky to the thumb measurement, and that is a quick, almost 6 inches. It's gonna vary depending on the size of your hand, but it's a good rough approximation. Audio cables are going to have a rip tie on them, and this is going to be done usually the opposite of the way lighting cords do. They're going to usually put it on the plug end, and that's the part that's plugging into the snake or plugging into the panel backstage. So that's the least visible part. We don't want to put it on the connector end because the connector end is going to be on the microphone, and the last thing we want is this big flaggy thing hanging out at the microphone or a piece of tie line or whatever. The important thing here is we do need to absolutely do our over-under technique, our French twist technique, as one of the YouTube subscribers commented on with another video. It's sometimes called the French twist, but I've been calling it over-under technique for decades, so that's what I'm going to call it in these videos. And so the importance of the over-under is that it does one direction and then it does the other direction and the other direction and back and forth. And it helps encourage the cable to come out without getting all kinked and twisted when you undo it. So this one's got a lot of twists in it. I don't know if it was coiled straight by a stagehand or what, but it's also real important that you get those kinks out first. So I'm going to run it through my hands one more time. We don't want to get any kinks or twists or bends in our audio cable. That's going to impede the sound going through them, and it's going to impact the quality of our sound. Getting all tangled up again here. I have to do it one more time. Okay, one more time without getting tangled up. Keep that end away from my other end of the... Do that as many times as you need to get it nice and straight. If you have a long, clean shot to lay it out straight, that's going to help a lot. If you're working in a really tight, constricted space like I'm working, then you have to just work it out on the cable like that. Again, we've got the 4 options. I'm going to do it the way that I do it naturally, which is I hold it in my hand this way, and I usually with the other cables, I'm going to bring it down lower, but since I'm making that smaller coil, I'm going to come to another fixed location, and I'm going to coil it until it's about that 6-inch diameter. When I'm twisting it between my fingers, I'm rolling it a half a turn counterclockwise because of the way I started in my hand. I started this way. If I started with it this way, I'd be going clockwise instead of counterclockwise. So it all depends on where you start. So I got my first one, and then the other one, I'm going to give that flick of the wrist and go under, over under, And I'm going to do that every time. Forward, under. Forward, under. Forward, under. I think I've said in other videos, this does not come naturally to anyone, so you just have to practice. And then when we're done, we use the rip tie, Velcro rip tie to secure it. Some people, again, it will plug these two things in together. With audio cable and some lighter cables, I find that starts to complicate things, because then your cords can get pulled through in strange ways. And then when you come to undo them, one end or the other might actually be on the wrong side of the cable when you're starting to uncoil it and generate twists and knots and locks. So let's see if, now that I did over under, if it comes out any neater than it did when I undid it. Look at that. Not a single twist or kink in it. That's why we do over under. Whoever coiled this cable previously did the over repeatedly, and that caused it to want to kink up. All right, so let's do this again. Get it out of the way. Practice, practice, practice. I just went the wrong direction once. I'm so used to just giving in to what the cable wants to do that I need to pay attention for the sake of the audio cable. Cable's done. Looks good. All these are done. They're all good size. They're also color coded. It says white 10 feet, red 25, purple 35, and blue 50. You'll probably want to try to keep things organized as it goes into the bin. Put all the reds together, put all the others together. They're kind of all over the place right now. There aren't very many whites. There's a white over here. And that's audio cable land. Keep your audio drawer looking nice and neat and clean. Everyone will be happy. The audio lead technician and crew will be happy. Learn how to coil over and under, French twist, or if it has another name someone wants to share, share that in the comments. But learn your over under technique, especially for your audio. And it's best to learn that on some setups and doing it over time. Because if you're in a crunch and you need to know it and you don't know it, you're just going to mess up the cables, and then someone's going to have to come back and undo them and coil them properly later. So learn the technique, get it down, get it in your blood, and make it so. Make it so, number one.